What's up, guys? This is Archdrake, and today I'm going to be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Primarily what I like to do is read whatever I can on the forums, watch whatever duelists are throwing on YouTube, then kind of, instead of creating something along the lines of, hey, this is going to beat, this deck, this is going to beat that deck, I kind of like to play on the side of defense. Especially one of the ones that I see most used is Mirror Wall. So I try and avoid that one at all costs. So let's go ahead and just jump into one real quick. And the highest I've gotten is in the gold, but I don't do too much. I've just been leveling up primarily. But I would like to get up into the top tier guys. Well, this is definitely not ideal. Alright, let's see here. Luckily, I'm in the process of leveling up Bandit, so I'll probably swap out one of these unless I get something good after his phase. And great. We got a Bazoo and a Banner. So it looks like he's preparing just to fight. I'll keep it on the safe side. Since I have two of the Shooting Star Bow, I'm just going to go ahead and use one real quick. Just to get this guy out of the way. As for Tribute Summon, I only have one in this deck, and I'll show you guys after I'm done. I use the Judge Man. I was using the Dark Magician Girl, however, I'm not playing with a Yugi. I'm not playing with Yugi, so I don't have Yamion. That I would consider a plus, but considering Judge Man is already 2200, there's really no point. I was for a little while using Nutria Guardian, but I switched to the Strawberry. Love the Strawberry. Let's go ahead and activate this. What is it at? Honestly, with my tributes, I know this seems insane to most of you, but I know my deck pretty well. I'm actually going to get rid of my Judge. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. And I'm not fighting so that I can get rid of all the life points right away. I'm actually just making sure they don't keep anything on the board. That's the most important for my deck. What's he gonna add? Come on. Relinquished. Fun. I'm not actually a fan of the relinquished decks. Those actually are one of the bittersweet against my deck. I'm not using a pre-made one. I just created one myself. Alright. Yes, I love the video just like everybody else does. But I am I just want to get through it. So to get rid of Relinquished is definitely not the easiest for me. Let's see here. So I'm obviously going to take those points. Luckily, I put Shard of Greed up already, so I should be able to. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and see if I can't get something a little different. I need to keep Jerry Bean just to put in defensive mode. Raikou I can use, but not right this second. I'm going to go ahead and set this down, just because I have a feeling it's going to end here in a minute. And after I put Judge Man in the graveyard, it's better than having it attached to my enemy's relinquished, because then I wouldn't have anywhere to go. Relinquish will go off. I need to find some way to end up with 2 monsters so I can defeat relinquished. Would be ideal. However, I don't have anything in my deck that does that. I'm going to go ahead and activate my Shard of Greed. See what I can't get here. Conscription. So much for that. This looks good. I have Yomi Ship. Also going to throw down my Windstorm. Looks like I'm a little bit back in the game. Now, in terms of Twister, that will be my backup. So in case I don't get rid of Relinquished, what I will end up doing next round, well, I'll throw down Twister, and I will get rid of part of Relinquished. Let's see here. Since I am all filled up on spell and trap cards, I'm going to get rid of Embodiment, see what it gives me. And I can definitely use the Actuator with Twister next round. So I'm just going to go ahead and end my turn. Now, if I'm lucky, Relinquish will attack the Yomi Ship. If I'm not, he'll throw down an opponent right here and use that one instead. I'm going to let this one play out. And there is Relinquished gone. Now, it is my turn to finish this game off, which is good news for me. Now, I'm going to play offensively with my Actuator, get rid of some of his points, and then we will see what he plans on doing this next round. Now, I am right on the cusp of jumping into the gold ranking, so I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. He's throwing up Wonder Balloons just to minimize the amount of damage I will do to his life points. I would assume that he doesn't have any other monster cards, because he hasn't played anything yet. So 300, and he throws down a monster card. Alright. Looks like he's scrambling right now. Let's go ahead and get another card. What do I have down? Windstorm and Raikou. So let's go ahead and... I do not want to try playing a monster, but I am definitely afraid that he is going to... what was his defense be? Honestly, if I could just get rid of one of these, I could definitely use reinforcements right now. I'm going to attack him anyways. See what happens. He definitely had something. Alright, so what I'm going to do is that is a 3-star, so the 4-star Ladybug wouldn't do anything, so let's go ahead and end the turn. But what I like to do is I like to keep my monsters face up and leave them under trap with either Raikou, Windstorm. I like it when people take the bait. I would definitely, attack again at the risk of hurting my life points, knowing that there is a possibility that someone has a higher defense in my attack. But if I attack and take those points, then I have a better chance of them flipping to attack and getting rid of it. So I got nothing here that I can use. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and use Ryoku. I need to get rid of his monster. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That'll be just enough to destroy it, which will be good for me. And then I'm also going to throw down, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and throw down Twister, a quick play it. I'm going to get rid of his Wonder Balloons. It's kind of causing me issues right now. I'd rather not deal with it. But I have made room for myself. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sit down reinforcements, just in case he comes up with something fancy after the fact. And get rid of his Panda Bear. I'm joking. Then we're going to go ahead and end my turn. Now, he has the option. In all fairness, I'm actually hoping he ends up with something with like 1750 or 1900 just to attack. Why would he throw something up unless he is actually planning to lose? Alright. Looks like he gave up, but he doesn't want to surrender. What a trooper. Let's go ahead and throw up my Guardian. That definitely was not supposed to happen. Hitting these buttons are bad, especially when I fat finger it by accident. I'm going to go ahead and go down this just in case I accidentally fat finger it again and mess a whole bunch of stuff up. Nope. And just in case, I'm just going to go ahead and add in reinforcements. So as you can see, I don't play offensively. I definitely play defensively. It's a little bit easier, especially if you're just trying to rank up. Me personally, I like to rank up and just get any types of gems that I can, because there is a limit of how much free you can get. So 2,400 points and not very much. And it looks like I'm one rank below. It reset recently. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And then I'll just go ahead and do one more, just so I can show you. I'm kind of hoping for a heavy hitter, someone who has like a pre-made deck that is, a pretty good one. Maybe a Dark Magician Girl deck or a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I think the hardest deck that I actually play against is the Clown deck. It just flipping me from attack to defense all the time really messes me up. So it looks like we got a Yugi deck with 30 cards and Yami, so they either have an amazing deck or it's someone who hasn't really done too much research or hasn't really played in a long time. Let's see here. So what I'm going to go and do is I like to stay safe. I'm going to keep my Jerry Bean and my Axe Raider. I'm going to throw down Strawberry. The reason why I do that is because I went first, so when they throw something on, I'll at the very least have 1,800 attack instead of 1,600 attack, which means I can protect myself for the most part, especially if they throw it on someone who has like this guy, who has a dark element, like Elemental Doom, which I used to use, pushing them from, 15 to 17. It'll kick me up to 2,000, which means I get an extra turn. Besides defensively and playing it safe, Definitely love, you know, having those extra cards that will give me that one extra move against my opponents. Let's see here. So he's at 1700. I need to throw someone out who can defeat him, so I'm going to throw out Jerry Bean this time. I am going to throw out my shooting star. I'm going to set it down just in case. Then I'm going to go ahead and attack. Now, I'm not going to use my skill for Bandit just because there's no need to right this second. But I definitely see that he has 3 cards in his extra deck. So I'm being very wary of what he could have. Either polymerization for other high attack defense monster cards. But I'm just not sure yet. I mean, throwing down an Elemental Doom really doesn't help me any. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking yet. But I've gone about halfway down. So like I said earlier, I'm just trying to make sure that I clear the complete field of cards that the opponent has. Let's see here. That's not going to do me good. In all honesty, I kind of want to keep my Axe Raider. So I'm actually going to go ahead and activate my skill this time. I would love to keep Wonder Balloons, but it shows up in my hand quite often. Black Pendant. Okay, that's a little bit better. So basically, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and attack with... Let's go ahead and throw on Black Pendant. In my deck, I only have one Tribute monster. It's the Judge Man. So 2200 attack. So what I'm keeping it at is on my Jerry Bean for the Black Pendant. That way I can always be able to destroy whatever is in their defense without tributing. And then I have Strawberry in case they throw down another monster, and then I don't have to deal with a weaker monster on my side of the field. So I'll go from 1600 attack to 1800 as long as they throw one down. Like this, in attack mode. So it goes from 17 to 2000. Now his next move is pretty much just to end his turn. And it looks like he surrendered. Alright, so that was 2 battles. I'm just going to go ahead and jump through to my deck. There's a lot of cards in there that I just haven't even gotten to show, which is a little disappointing. Let's go ahead and jump to that. I use this deck for auto deck as well. Against the AI, I win, I'd say, a good 90% of the time, which I love. And then this is the deck that I'm using. Definitely a Karibo, a Yami ship, which you guys definitely got to see, especially against Relinquished, or any type of ritual summoning. If they get something right off the bat, it is definitely good to have something that will get rid of them. I also have a 4-star Ladybug. That's for anybody who has a tribute of 4 for each monster. I do have a couple of them. However, the Guardian of the Throne Room, when I do get my last Jerry Bean, I'll probably replace him. I do use my Axe Raider just because he's 1700 attack. It's really nice to have that guy. I have 2 of the Shooting Star Bow Seals. I was using the... I'm trying to think of it. Let's see here. It's the... Oh man, what a brain fart. Right, give me 1 second. I was using... It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm pretty sure it's the banner. I just can't remember the full name of it. I'm sure I already passed it. It has been a long day for me. I'm losing it. Losing it, people. Alright. So that's basically what I'm using. The embodiment of Apophis, that's kind of a toss-up. That is definitely replaceable with anything that you can find that would work better. I do it just for the fact that its defense purposes are 1800. I do have a Twister, but only one. Not because it's not a good card, but the reason being is because the decks that I normally fight against, there's only need to throw down one. And the only reason why I say that is because if I'm throwing down one to get rid of a spell or a trap card, 500 is way easier than spending 1,000. And I have 2 shooting stars to make up for that difference on stronger attacks of monsters. Most of the decks I see have 12-ish monsters. Right now I'm only doing, 9 out of my 20 deck. Now I was playing with the automaton card. Oh, I didn't mean to go out. Let's see. Oh, I do not need to go to my Cerberus deck. As you can see, I'm flabbergasted. Fat fingers all day, every day. What I was using in this deck, even though the best minds they usually say to just play with 20 card deck, every once in a while I do actually throw in 21 cards, depending on who I am playing. Autonomous action unit. I do bring this one out every now and again. When I'm playing against my friends, I bring it out just for the sole reason, if I get this very first at the start of the game, it is a lot easier, because a lot of my friends or other duelists, they like to bring in like those big monster cards, like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Tyrant Dragon, and I definitely said that wrong. Yeah, the Tyrant Dragon. I've seen quite a few of these decks being popped up that are built around Tyrant Dragon. I just want to be safe than sorry instead of, full-on power to what I'm doing. Now, some of the cards that I'm still missing are obviously going to be the Mirror Wall, the Double Costin, and Kaiser Seahorse. I don't do too much of the fusions, like I said, but I am still waiting to get my last Jerry Bean. That way I can, finish off my deck. The other thing that I am missing is the Gravity Axe, surprisingly. I've actually been working on the first and second pack, the Ultimate Rising and the Age of Discovery boxes to begin with, only because they were supposed to leave the end of January-ish, and they pushed it back to the end of March, I believe now. So after I'm done farming for everything in these guys, then I'm going to move on to the last 2 decks, and then I'm only going to pick and choose specific ones. So I'm pretty much out of all of this. I haven't reset it anytime soon. For some weird reason, I can't get this Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I've gone down to 20. I just don't feel the need to spend another 1,000 gems just to get that one card. And I already have one Judge Man, and I think that's perfect. I don't plan on ever really using more than one Tribute, but it is what it is. But in terms of auto-dueling, I love the auto deck. Like I said, I'm winning about 95% of the time. That 5% is the rare chance where my first hand just sucks. I'm not using any passive skills. I'm using the switcheroo on Bandit Keith. And for the auto duel, they don't use that. So it's an active skill, not a passive one. But for the most part, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to go ahead and throw an auto duel. Just to wrap up the video. But don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I'm going to start bringing out some of these, as I have no other time to play any other games at the moment. But thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.